Have you ever had one of those moments, the kind where time slows down and you just know nothing's ever going to be the same again? Not tomorrow, not next week, right then and there. Your whole world shifts. It started with a phone call, just a regular Tuesday afternoon, and then, boom, one sentence, and everything I thought I knew about my life, gone. I wasn't ready. I don't think anyone ever is. But what happened next, it changed everything. This isn't just my story. It's for anyone who's ever had life pull the rug out from under them and wondered if they'd ever find their balance again. Stick with me, because by the end of this, you might just look at your own turning point a little differently. It's funny how the most ordinary days can end up being the ones you remember forever. That day, it started like any other. The sun was out, barely. Clouds hung low like they hadn't made up their mind yet. I was running late, of course. Half a piece of toast in one hand, phone in the other, juggling keys in a backpack like it was some kind of sport. You know the kind of morning, where nothing's really wrong, but nothing's exactly smooth either. Coffee spilled on the counter, I forgot my charger. The train doors closed just as I reached them. But in my head, I was already 10 steps ahead, thinking about work, a meeting I wasn't prepared for, what I'd cook for dinner, if anything, just life. Ordinary, noisy, forgettable life. And looking back now, that's the part that gets me, how normal everything was, how safe it all felt, until it didn't. You never really notice the before until you're standing knee-deep in the after. And on that day, I had no idea what was coming. Slightly slower pace, serious tone. I was halfway through replying to an email when my phone buzzed. Not a big deal, my phone always buzzes. But this one, it was different. It was my sister, 3 missed calls, back to back. She never calls during the day, texts maybe, but never calls, and never like that. I called back, she picked up immediately, but didn't say anything at first. Just breathing, shaky. That's when I felt it. That quiet instinct, deep in your chest, when you know your life is about to split in two, something's wrong. And then she said it, just one sentence. You need to come home now. That's it. No details, no explanations, just those 5 words. I didn't ask questions. I didn't finish the email. I grabbed my keys and ran. I don't remember the drive home. I know I made it, somehow. But the entire time my brain was racing, replaying my sister's voice over and over again. You need to come home. Now. What does that mean? Did someone get hurt? Is it mom? Is it dad? Did something happen to? No, not that. Every possible scenario played out in my head, and every one of them was worse than the last. Red lights felt like hours. People were walking too slow. Even the air felt thick, like it didn't want to be breathed. And the worst part? I didn't know what I was walking into. I pulled into the driveway and everything looked normal. The house, the street, the sky, too normal. But my sister was standing at the door, eyes red, hands clenched. She didn't even say hi. She just looked at me and said, "You should sit down." And that's when I knew, whatever came next, it wasn't something I could undo, or unhear, or walk away from. This wasn't just bad news, this was life-changing news. The kind that rips open a part of you and doesn't quite let it close the same way again. Narrator, soft, shaken voice. I didn't want to sit. I didn't want to know. Because some part of me thought if I didn't hear it, maybe it wasn't real. Pause, let silence speak. But I sat anyway. Long beat, the kind that mimics that unbearable wait before devastating news. My sister looked at me, and her lips moved. But I didn't hear the words at first. Pause, whispering tone. My brain just rejected them, like it needed time to catch up to what she had just said. Beat, then say it plainly, directly. He's gone. My dad, gone. Background music changes slightly. One minor chord swell, emotional but restrained. A heart attack. No warning, no goodbyes. 1 minute he was sitting at the kitchen table, drinking tea like always. The next, he just collapsed. Slow, weighted words, let them sink. And I wasn't there. I was sending an email. I was too late. Too late. Music swells a bit more, echo of grief in the background. They say you remember weird details in moments like that. I remember the color of the mug he was using, the way the wind sounded outside the window, my sister's hands shaking in her lap, lower voice, heavy with emotion. Grief doesn't hit you all at once. It comes in waves, crashing, retreating, crashing again. Soft pause, let the emotion breathe. And in that moment, sitting there, numb, surrounded by silence, I realized something I'll never forget. Everything changes in a heartbeat, literally. The next few days were a blur. People came and went, hugs, flowers, those awkward silences where nobody really knows what to say. I kept expecting to hear his footsteps in the hallway, to hear the front door creak open, or his laugh echo from the kitchen, but it never came. Grief is weird like that. It doesn't just hurt, it confuses you. It makes the ordinary feel like a stranger. You wake up the next day in the same bed, in the same house, but everything feels different. Pause, deep breath moment. I found myself sitting in his chair, holding the mug he always used. It still smelled like him. And for a second, just 1 second, I felt like he was still there.
That moment, quiet, still, heavy, was when I realized something. He was gone, but he wasn't lost. He was in the stories we told that week, in the jokes he used to make, in the way I still hear his voice in my head when I'm about to do something dumb. His absence taught me something presence never could. That the people we love don't vanish when they leave, they echo. In us. In the things we do, in the way we live, moving forward.
Narrator. It's strange, isn't it? How one moment can divide your life into a before and an after. I used to think time healed everything, but I've learned time doesn't heal. Love does, memory does, connection does. And if you've been through something like this, if you've ever lost someone and had to keep going with a heart that didn't feel whole, just know this. You're not alone. You're never alone. If this story meant something to you, I'd love to hear yours. Drop a comment. Tell me about your before and after, or just say their name. And if you know someone who needs this message, share it with them. Sometimes the right words come exactly when we need them most. Thanks for listening. I'll see you in the next story.